Hey, did you see that RailTel just snagged a big order from the Ministry of Defense? It looks like their shares jump on the news.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I mean, RailTel, right? They're getting that contract for OFC laying work about, rupees 16.89 crore. Pretty cool, actually.
16 crore. That's a lot of optical fiber laying. What exactly is OFC laying work anyway?
Well, OFC stands for optical fiber cable. So it's basically installing these cables, which are used to transmit data via light signals. They're super important for modern communication, like internet and all that.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. So it's basically setting up the infrastructure for better communication?
Exactly. And it looks like they have until March 2026 to get it done. So, they've got a bit of time.
Interesting. I wonder if the promoter group has any interest in the Ministry of Defense since they're giving them the order.
According to the filing, no, there's no interest from the promoter group in the entity awarding the order. So that keeps things nice and clean.
Good to know. So this isn't a related party transaction or anything shady like that, right?
No, nothing like that. Everything seems to be at arm's length, all above board.
Well, that's reassuring. I saw the stock jump 8% initially. Is RailTel usually this volatile or is this a big deal for them?
Actually, it's been gaining for the last 4 trading sessions and is up 12%. So it looks like this order is definitely giving them a boost,
That's quite a jump. I guess investors are pretty happy about it. Now, I remember RailTel securing a bunch of other orders recently too, right?
You're right. Just in February and March of 2025, they've been on a roll. They got one from Madhya Pradesh State Electronics Development Corporation for expanding the state data center and establishing a disaster recovery center.
Oh, wow, a disaster recovery center. That sounds pretty important. How much was that one worth?
That one was worth around rupees 37.18 crore, including tax. So yeah, they've been busy.
Definitely sounds like it. What other projects did they snag?
They also got one from the Cuttack Development Authority for a billboard system and command control support. That's another rupees 26.37 crore.
Billboards. That's unexpected. I thought they were more into the telecom infrastructure kind of stuff.
Well, it seems like they're diversifying a bit, or at least taking on projects that use their expertise in communication and networking.
Makes sense. So, what else is on their plate?
They've got a couple of orders from the State Transport Authority Odisha, one for IMES work and another for upgrading the command control center and implementing an intelligent enforcement management system. The second one is massive, actually, over rupees 262 crore.
262 crore. That's a huge deal. What exactly is an intelligent enforcement management system anyway?
Think of it like this. It's like upgrading the traffic management system with smart technology, using cameras, sensors, and data analytics to improve traffic flow and enforce traffic laws,
Ah, so it's like a smart traffic system. Got it.
Exactly. And they also got an order from the Border Security Force for setting up a BSF private cloud infrastructure.
From BSF. That's interesting. So it's basically like building a secure digital network for them?
Yeah, pretty much. It's all about secure data management and communication, which is crucial for them. That order was around rupees 19.08 crore.
So security, traffic management, data centers, they are covering a lot of ground.
They are. And they also received orders from East Central Railway and Northern Railway for electronic interlocking systems and signaling work.
So they're helping to modernize the railway infrastructure as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all part of making the railways safer and more efficient. It's a pretty broad range of projects, really.
It sounds like they are doing quite well. I wonder if it's a good time to invest.
Well, remember, we advise investors to check with certified experts before taking any investment decisions, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Hey, if you're enjoying this kind of content, please give us a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more.
Good point. Disclaimer noted. So besides all these orders, I heard they also declared a dividend, right?
Yes, they did. They declared a second interim dividend at the rate of 10% of paid up share capital, which is rupee 1 per share. The record date is set for April 2nd, 2025, and the payment will be around April 9th, 2025.
So shareholders are getting a little something back too. That's always a good sign.
Definitely. It shows the company is doing well enough to share the profits with its investors,
All of these orders and the dividend declaration, it sounds like RailTel is really solidifying its position in the market.
Absolutely. They're a small cap company with a market cap of around rupees 10,000 crore, but they're making some big moves.
So they're like a small but mighty player in the telecom sector, right?
Exactly. Think of them as a specialized company that's carving out a niche for itself by providing essential services across various sectors.
Makes sense. I noticed that their total income was down a bit compared to the previous quarter. Is that something to be concerned about?
Well, their standalone total income for the quarter ended December 31st, 2024 was down 9.30% from the previous quarter, but it was up 15.93% from the same quarter last year. So it could just be seasonal fluctuations,
Right. So it's important to look at the bigger picture and not just one quarter.
Exactly. They still reported a net profit after tax of rupees 65.05 crore in the latest quarter. So they're still doing pretty well, actually.
So RailTel is securing new orders, paying out dividends, and expanding its reach across multiple sectors. It sounds like they are one to watch.
Definitely. They seem to be on a steady growth path. And with all these new projects, their future looks pretty promising.
Well, this has been really insightful. Thanks for breaking it all down for me.
No problem. Always happy to chat about the latest in the market. It'll be interesting to see what other projects RailTel takes on in the future,